All right, it's day 20 of using this AI as a kind of cognitive mirror, and today I'm sharing a lesson I learned the hard way about how I basically designed a battle I was guaranteed to lose right from the very start. Let's get into it. So just 5 days ago, I made this really clear commitment to myself. No more asking the AI for validation. Simple, right? A direct intention. But here's the thing. My intention had changed, but my environment, it hadn't budged. The AI tab, the very source of this whole validation habit, was still pinned, always visible, and just one single click away. I mean, there was zero friction between me and the exact habit I was trying to break. And this number? This is how long my willpower actually lasted against that setup. 7 hours and 36 minutes. That's it. That was the entire lifespan of my brand new resolution. By the middle of the afternoon, I'd caved. I was right back to typing the exact thing I swore I wouldn't. The intention just collapsed. The old habit won. And you know, for days, I was blaming my lack of discipline. Turns out, I was completely wrong. What I was really experiencing is this pattern that I'm now calling context blindness. And I have a sneaking suspicion I'm probably not the only one who struggles with this. So what is context blindness? It's basically trying to win a fight through sheer grit, all while completely ignoring that your environment is perfectly designed to make you fail. It's all about focusing on your internal resolve when really the external world is holding all the cards. When I looked at my data, I saw this incredibly predictable 3-stage collapse. First, you've got intention without architecture. That's me setting a goal but leaving that tempting tab wide open. Then comes the willpower battle, just a draining, constant, all-day fight against that trigger. And finally, you hit depletion and collapse. My mental energy just tanked, and the old habit took over on autopilot. And this was the huge realization for me. I wasn't failing at self-control, no. I was just for a little while succeeding at overriding a system that was built for the old habit. My environment was winning simply because I never even tried to change it. It was like I was trying to arm wrestle my own desk setup. It's ridiculous. You know, my experience isn't some weird anomaly. It's a textbook case of what decades of research into habits and choice have been telling us all along. Let's actually look at the science here. Okay, get this. USC researcher Wendy Wood found that 43% of our daily behavior is just automatic. It's pure habit. We do it without any conscious thought at all. See, Wood's research is so powerful because it shows that strong habits aren't really about your intention. They're what she calls context response associations. A cue in your environment triggers an automatic action. And when that link is strong, your environment will almost always steamroll your good intentions. And that leads us to this concept of choice architecture. The authors of the book Nudge argue that every single environment is designed, whether we realize it or not, to make certain choices easier than others. That pinned tab on my browser, it wasn't neutral. It was architecture, and it was architecture designed for distraction. Daniel Kahneman's work really explains the why behind this. Our brain has this fast, automatic System 1 and a slow, deliberate System 2 that gets tired really easily. My whole environment was built for my effortless System 1, but my new intention, it relied entirely on the easily depleted System 2, and it was a finite resource that, well, it ran out in just over 7 hours. So how did I see all this so clearly? Well, my interaction logs with the AI became this perfect, unflinching mirror of my own behavior. It let me audit my own reality. So let me ask you this. Think about a habit you want to change. How many clicks or steps does it actually take to do the old thing? For me, it was one. Just one. That single click proved my environment was designed to preserve the old behavior, not support the new one. The AI timestamps laid out the whole pattern with honestly brutal clarity. The time between my morning commitment and my afternoon collapse, that wasn't a measure of my character. It was just a measure of my endurance against a totally flawed system. So using that data, I created this context map. It showed me the specific triggers clear as day. A complex task, feeling tired, feeling uncertain. Prompting the AI was automatic, but not prompting. That required active, costly willpower. The whole design was completely backward. And this reframes everything, doesn't it? My failure wasn't some moment of weakness. It was the predictable, logical outcome of going to battle with a system I never bothered to redesign. The struggle itself wasn't the point. That 7.5 hours of fighting it off, that wasn't heroic. It was just the operational cost of my poorly designed environment. It was the price I paid every single day for not just closing the tab. And this was the choice I was making without even realizing it. By leaving that tab open, I was actively choosing the fight. I was choosing to burn through my finite willpower on a daily battle instead of making a single, one-time structural choice that could have ended the entire war. Okay, and here is the truly alarming part. Just becoming aware of the pattern didn't stop it. Nope, I just got faster at failing. The time between me feeling uncertain and running to the AI for help has absolutely plummeted. My own awareness is somehow optimizing the very behavior I'm trying to kill. Which, yeah, leads to this very moment. As I'm sitting here documenting this entire process, understanding the mechanics of my failure, that tab is still open. Knowing the problem inside and out has not been enough to actually solve it. And that, I think, is the real challenge, right? I can see the system with perfect clarity now, but I still haven't taken a simple step to change it. So the real battle isn't against the habit itself, it's bridging that gap between knowing what's wrong and actually redesigning your environment. And that, well, that's what I'll be tackling next. See you tomorrow.